everyone, I'm Fernanda, or you can just call me Chimmy. It should be no surprise to anyone that I hate AI art, if you'd even call it that, cause it's not real art. There's no creativity behind it and it's only stealing from real artists. Not to mention that it's horrible for the environment and uses so much water. Guys, stop using AI, please. But since it steals so much from us, I thought, you know what, I'll steal it back. I went on a hunt to look for AI SLOP characters and redesign them with actual effort and soul put into them. So let's get into it. For this video, I went with a monster theme. It wasn't intentional at first, but I ended up being attracted towards those characters, and so I decided to just lean into it. The first character I found to redesign is this Batgirl. The concept is really cool and I'm a huge fan of her color palette. However, as you can probably tell, her design is pretty messy and very clearly AI. Her eyes are all wonky and the top of her tights look sort of glitchy. I don't know how to explain it, but I just had to do this cutie justice. I've always wanted to do this video idea but kept putting it off for later. That was until I got a message from someone on TikTok showing me a picture of my OC Melanie put through AI. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know about this, but it's safe to say that I was shocked. I never would have imagined that this would happen, but I genuinely had no idea what to do about it. Apparently, it's like an AI chatbot thing on a site called Polybuzz. A part of me wanted to check it out and see what it was, who made it, but I had to make an account for it and I was not about to do that, so I guess she's stuck there. I don't think this was done by one of my subscribers though. As you can see from the picture, her roots are showing, which I rarely draw her with, and only did it for a TikTok, which did do pretty good. And so I think that the person who made this saw that and just used that as reference. Or at least I hope it wasn't any of you guys. But because of that, I knew I had to do this video. 1, I want to steal back from them, and 2, I wanted to make my stance on AI clear. I hate it. And so with that out of the way, we can move on to the redesigns again. My idea for this Batgirl was to give her a more semi-alternative style. I don't know if that's the right term, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. I also changed her hairstyle and only gave her one set of ears. The eye image has both bat and human ears, but I only stuck with the bat ones. That's low-key a pet peeve of mine, when characters have both human and animal ears, so I only chose one. I wanted to lean more into her bat traits like giving her fangs and making her eyes more sharp. Along with that, in the original reference she has a cape, but I replaced that with wings instead. I had so much fun designing her and loved giving her asymmetric design accessories. I kept her striped leggings and gloves but put them on one leg and arm only. As I was finishing her up, I realized that she started giving Jackie Laura vibes. It wasn't intentional, but it's okay. I feel like she still looks different enough to be her own character. Her personality would be pretty mischievous but still kind-hearted, similar to Kitty's from Ever After High. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like her because of her troublemaker personality, but that's okay because she eventually meets other characters who we'll get into in a bit that love her for who she is. I absolutely love how she turned out. I'm so happy with her and think she looks so cute. I don't have any ideas for her name though, so if you guys have any suggestions, I'd be more than happy to hear them.
I would tell them, but where's the fun in that? Chaos is keeping people guessing. You beat that wolf in a race. How do you do it? I'm all ears. Oh, hey, lighten up. Gotta admit, it was really funny.
The next character I chose is this 80s themed zombie girl. However, when I first found her, I realized that there were actually 2 very similar images of the same character. There were minor changes, but they were still very clearly the same character, so I referenced both pictures. Just like with the Batgirl, these are pretty messy and inconsistent with the design. The earrings are all wonky, and I can't even tell what the hair ties are supposed to look like. Are they really thick scrunchies? Flowers? I genuinely can't tell. The logo on her outfit is also illegible, and she has weird looking rips on her clothing. Yeah, it's a mess. But I'm here to fix it. I gave her a more relaxed stance to really push her zombie traits, but overall kept her same 80s waitress aesthetic. My main struggle with this character though was with her hair. I kept trying different styles, but nothing felt right. I eventually settled for her same pigtails though, but made them messier looking. I also gave her bangs to cover one of her eyes. I imagined that it'd still be an empty socket, but that since she can't see from it, she settles to just cover it up. She was turning out so cute, but I felt like she was still looking a bit too similar to the original AI piece. I didn't just want to redraw it. I wanted to also put a bit of a spin to it, so I gave her different colored patches and made her uniform pink instead of teal since I felt like it blended a bit too much with her skin. I feel like her personality would be pretty clumsy but with good intentions. She and the Batgirl would be friends, and I like to imagine that Batgirl would come over to Zombie Girl's restaurant to eat and hang out with her. I just know they love to gossip and get into trouble together. Batgirl would be the one to suggest the bad ideas, and Zombie Girl would just go with the flow since she's with her best friend. When first doing this video, I wasn't going to give them lore, but well, here we are. I feel like Zombie Girl wouldn't be the best when standing up for herself, and so Batgirl does it for her. However, I don't think Zombie Girl would be shy or scared to stand up for herself. Instead, she just wouldn't care about what other people say. It goes in one ear and out the other. That doesn't mean her best friend will let them get away with it though, and so she'll be the one to chew them out for saying anything mean about her. Oh, they're so cute. I love opposite relationship dynamics. They're a lot of fun to see and think about. I just know they'd throw the greatest sleepovers. And just like Batgirl, feel free to comment some name suggestions for this cutie too.
Okay, not to brag, but I have been told I am a great artist. Oh no, wait, I've been told I'm a great flautist. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't play the flout. Maybe I've been told something about sauerkraut? Wait, what are we talking about?
Drawing the gopher.
Ooh, I'll do it. Not to brag, but I've been told I'm a great artist.
But now we need a third person to complete this trio, and so I ended up going for this sea-themed guy. There were other options I considered, but he has such a gorgeous color palette and I'm such a sucker for fish-themed characters. And if anyone's wondering, I found all of these character designs on Pinterest since sadly it's flooded with AI art. I usually have that option turned off, but for this video I had to turn it on in order to find these guys. After I found them though, you know I turned that shit off immediately. I don't want to see any of that. Let's go back to the sea creature guy though. Like I said, his color palette is what really sold me on this character and the fact that he's fish themed. Other than that though, I don't really like the rest. His hair's pretty but his jewelry is so confusing. Just like with Zombie Girl scrunchies, I have no idea what they're supposed to be. They kind of look like pearls or chains, but I don't know. And then his outfit makes no sense at all. It looks like athletic wear on the half body, but then on the chibi it looks like a suit? I mean, it kinda looks like he has a tie. I genuinely don't know what it's supposed to be. Either way, I feel like neither one of those match, and so I took a pretty different approach with this and instead made him pirate themed. It's different, I know, but hear me out. Since he's a sea creature, he would obviously have to be near the water, although he can't breathe on the surface. And so in order to have the best of both worlds, he's a pirate. Out of the three, he's definitely the one I changed the most. I made his skin purple to really push the sea creature traits, and I also made his sclera, I think that's what it's called, dark blue with teal irises. And to push the sea creature traits even more, I gave him gills and webbed fingers. I didn't base him on any animal in specific, but I absolutely love how he turned out. Like I mentioned earlier, these guys were just supposed to be one-off characters with no lore in particular, but their designs alone made me want to do something with them. His role in the group would definitely be the more responsible one, but honestly, it isn't by much. He still loves getting into trouble with them and will go along with their schemes, but once things start going downhill, he'll be the first to call it off and try getting the other two out of trouble. He's the most aware out of them and definitely the mom of the group. Oh, I love these guys so much. They're so silly. I'll definitely be bringing them back for Halloween. I am so happy with them. I even put them into a height comparison chart to see how they look like next to each other. Oh, look at them. They look so cute together. Although their ages would be somewhat non-human, to make things simple, I'll just say that they're the equivalent to people in their early 20s. Although I will say, I'm pretty sure Sea Guy would be the youngest out of the trio, and the other two would always tease him for it. I'm growing more and more attached to these guys by the minute. This is bad.
Ah, so glad to be back home to the sweet smell of... What is this today? Hyena vomit? There, give me that. There you go. Now everyone's happy, right? Except for you, because you no longer have food. I think so.
If they were to have a story, it would definitely be a slice of life of all of their shenanigans. Now I want to make even more characters. If you guys would love to see a part 2, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to do it. Do I need more OCs? No. But do they make me happy? 100% yes. Also, I know I asked you guys for name ideas for these characters, but I did try to come up with some myself, so I need your thoughts. For the two girlies, I was thinking B and Z. You know, like B for bat and Z for zombie? It's super simple, I know. And I definitely know for a fact that there's a zombie out there with the name Z. But to be fair, those would only serve as nicknames for these two. It wouldn't be their actual names. I run into a problem with this though, cause now my C guy's left out. For one, he isn't really based on anything specific, so would his name just be S for C? Yeah, I definitely need your guys' help. But either way, I hope you guys like these characters too. I can confidently say that they're better than the AI SLOP images. And I made them just in time for spooky season, which is getting closer. I'm going to have so much fun with them. Fun fact, but I was originally going to turn these characters into adoptables, but ended up loving them so much that I'm just gonna keep them for myself. I couldn't help it. Also, I want to give out a bit of a disclaimer for anyone else who would want to try this. Please make sure that you're getting characters from actual AI. It's easier to choose some that are very clearly AI, so I would recommend doing that. You don't want to accidentally steal someone's actual OC, so just be careful because unfortunately AI is getting better with time. However, it can never take away the real passion that goes into art. So I hope you guys enjoyed these new OCs I took from AI. They all turned out amazing. I really didn't expect to become this attached to them. And as you probably noticed, I went ahead and gave them voice claims. I will be doing an updated version on Out of the Norms though, don't worry. I'm so proud of how I colored these pieces. I've been experimenting more with that and love how it looks. I also want to quickly do a shameless self-plug that my commissions are open again through VGen. I even added a new service which is a $10 surprise me commission. You give me your OC and I draw it however I wish. Thank you to everyone who's commissioned me so far, you're amazing. And also thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, stay safe, and as always, I hope you have a great day.